Uh, Hi, my tubies, my Teletubbies, SheilaTruelove. Yes, I am here. Thursday. Took a day off. I took a vacation day at my job, from my job actually, and I am watching Divorce Court, and it just triggers so many things. While I'm looking at this segment is called Bell versus Tucker. Divorce Court 17 full episode Bell versus Tucker. Yeah, it just reminds me of how no matter what you do, no matter how great a woman you are, you will never, ever be able to satisfy a narcissist. You could do all the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, work a full time job, going to your Christian meetings, doing your ministry work because that's what the Bible says we're supposed to do the preaching work and, we're supposed to um, minister to other people to try to help other people. No matter what you do, they're never going to be satisfied with just you, no matter what. So me personally, SheilaTruelove, like I told you, once you cheat on SheilaTruelove, I'm done with you. Because the message you just sent me is that you're not satisfied with me. Anytime someone cheats on you, cut throat, stab you in your back, it's because they're not satisfied. Regardless of how hard you work, how much you walk through, you bend over backwards, you walk through fire, you do it all. They're still never going to be satisfied with just you. They're always going to be looking and lusting after somebody else. They got porno going on. Now, when it comes to the porno thing, look, let me tell you something. If I say, look, if we're going to do porno, the woman better look like me. She better look like me or resemble me. Nobody's going to look exactly like you, of course not. But she has to at least resemble me. She has to have my body size. I'm a size 18, okay? If you're looking at women who's a size 10, a size 7, a size 12, a size 14, I'm not feeling none of that because that's telling me outright that you're not satisfied with my body type. Now, keep in mind, you have women who could be a size 18. I'm an 18, but I'm not sloppy. I don't look fat. When you see me, if you was to see SheilaTruelove, I should take a picture, a whole body picture, so you can see me. There's nothing sloppy looking about me. I don't have fat hanging all off the chair and where I can't fit into this or no. I look very well in my clothes because I'm long waisted and I'm tall. I'm 5'7". See, if I was like 5'1" or 5 feet and a size 18, then I would look kind of fat. But when you're 5'7" and you're long waisted, it don't look the same. It just don't look the same. So my point is, if you're going to constantly be looking over here, looking over there, why should I keep busting my back and busting my hump for someone who's never, no matter what I do, you're never going to be satisfied with me anyway? So I'm looking at this segment here on Divorce Court. Divorce Court. Check this out. Look at it with me.
What you're discussing about being Superwoman, you talked a lot about in your papers. You say that he's not being the man of the household and that he's kind of more of a boy as opposed to a leader and somebody you can rely on. Why don't you give me some examples of what you're talking about?
Well, every woman wants their man to be like, babe, just sit down, chill, put your feet up. I got it. I don't get that from him. And the thing is that in the beginning, I was giving him everything that he wanted, he was looking for, that he needed in a woman. But because he was
out those things, what?
Okay, like
what was everything you wanted?
When we first moved together, and like we moved together like at the 2 year mark of our relationship. When we first moved together, I mean, I would cook. I would always ask him. His needs were more important than mine. Mm-hmm. How I put it is, he was basically a priority, mm-hmm. and him and our family was a priority.
Were you both working?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So we, you know, in my opinion, it was like, you know, I wanted a home, a family. When you bring two blended families in, sometimes it's kind of hard to put that connection together. So I was trying to give him everything that he wanted in a woman.
How did he fail in reciprocating?
Because he made me feel like, okay, if you're out here cheating and you're talking to other people, what am I not doing?
Mm-hmm.
How many women can identify with that? If you're out there cheating with somebody else, it must mean that there's something that I'm lacking. I must not be doing something. What is it that I'm not doing that's causing you or make you feel justified in sleeping around with somebody else? Now, with my ex, whatever, like I said, I only use him because he's the only one that I know that's a full-blown narc. With him, what he wanted that I wasn't doing was he wanted to, ejaculate in my mouth without a condom. And I'm not doing that. He already gave me chlamydia. No, it wasn't chlamydia. It was trichomonas. He already gave me an STD. So that shows you that while he's out there cheating, he don't even use a condom. And you want to sit up here and fill my mouth up with trichomonas and chlamydia and HPV or HIV or gonorrhea or syphilis. I'm not doing none of that. I also realize there's a reason why they have strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, cherry condoms. It's called oral condoms. There's a reason for those condoms. Now, you shouldn't have to use a condom when you're with your husband. I agree with you. I hear you. But you have to keep in mind my background and my experiences. I watched my sister-in-law die from AIDS. This was in the 80s when they only had AZT. My sister-in-law, she was one of those, well, I don't care what he does on the outside as long as when he's with me and he treats me right, that's all I care about. Yeah, and I used to tell her even back then, I think I was like 20-something, 19. And I used to tell her, how the heck you don't look into things? Her name was Cynthia. How do you don't look into things, Cynthia? Because, really, well, he's my husband. Yeah, okay. She ended up dying from AIDS. And I watched that girl. I loved Cynthia. We were like tight. She was like my sister. Because I have 5 brothers and I'm the only girl. So I didn't have any sisters. She was like my sister. And when I had to sit there and watch that girl die from AIDS because my brother gave her AIDS because he was always out there laying around with somebody else other than his wife, Cynthia was sexy. Baby had back. She was like a Beyonce type. She almost made Beyonce look like a boy. She was like Beyonce looking type of girl. She had the cutest little freckle on her face, real cute. And regardless of what your body looked like, that's not what it's all about your body anyway. I want to touch on that briefly. Please, can I say this? Just let me say this. It's not about what your body looks like, sweetheart, because you have women who have fabulous bodies and men cheat on them every day. It's about morals. If you're with a man who have no morals, his moral compass is way off, he's going to cheat. If you have a man who has morals and values and he's decent, you could get as fat as a love seat or as fat as a couch, and he still will not cheat because that's not who he is. So getting back on track when it comes to no matter what you do, when you're with a narcissist, it's never going to be good enough, sweetheart, because they don't love. They don't know what love is. Like I said, and I'm going to my grave with this belief, and nobody can convince me. When you love someone, and I'm talking about genuinely love someone, you can't cheat. First of all, men don't cheat. A man don't cheat. It's these boys. It's these children. It's these clowns who stuck on stupid or their brains are all fried up from drugs. They cheat. But when you have yourself a man, a king, they don't cheat, sweetheart. They don't.
So as time went on, it was like, okay, you continue to do it, and I'm literally trying to give you everything that you're asking for, but you're still looking for it in somebody else. So as time went on, it was like, okay.
Yeah. I want to rewind that for a minute, because she's right. You sit up here cheating, that's telling me you're looking for something in this other person that I'm not giving you, obviously. Really? Whatever.
extended families in, sometimes it's kind of hard to put that connection together. So I was trying to give him everything that he wanted in a woman.
How did he fail in reciprocating?
Because he made me feel like, okay, if you're out here cheating and you're talking to other people, what am I not doing? So as time went on, it was like, okay, you continue to do it, and I'm literally trying to give you everything that you're asking for, but you're still looking for it in somebody else. So as time went on, it was like, okay, why keep doing this if he's not appreciating me?
Thank you.
And it's gotten to the point now to where it's like I'm numb to it all. So we'll get into an argument, and in the beginning, I would be like all under him, why are we arguing? Like, what's wrong? Talk to me. And I'm like running after him. Now I'm just like, bye.
What she's saying, Mr. Bell, is that she was giving her all to the relationship while you were still running around, and that made her feel unappreciated, like she was giving all her efforts and you were giving nothing in response.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to talk about. You see, it's with unappreciated. Me, I am more concerned with people making me feel valued. When you value something, how do you treat it? Like, let's say I gave you a $10 million ring or something that's really like valuable, very, very valuable. How would you treat something that you value? This is what I be telling my children also. I want someone who's going to value me. You can keep your appreciating me. That's great. I love the fact that you appreciate me. Thank you. Thank you. But I much prefer to be valued. I really do. Treat me the same way you would treat something that's your most valuable possession, your most valuable, something that you love and you value it so much. You know, I'm hoping I'm not being misunderstood, and I'm hoping that people understand where I'm coming from.
Don't you respond to that? Is that accurate at all?
No, I respond to all that. It's the fact that Taylor is inactive. What she does on my daily basis, what I see her doing, she comes in the house, the first thing she do is have her phone out. She goes, lay in the bed, and she's on social media. That's all I ever see. I'm active with the kids Monday through Sunday. Even with her child, I throw footballs with them. I done talk to her, putting them in sports.
When it comes to the kids, I'm the one who put them in sports. Point blank, period. I'm the one who's always trying to think ahead for the future. Tell him, we need to set this much back for savings if we're going to get a house. We need to do this when it comes to the boys. Since they want to play football and run track and, do soccer, we need to open up another account just for them specifically with sports so that we can make sure that we won't go broke behind everything that they're doing.
Is it true that she's managing the future and finances based upon what you need, what the children will need? Is that true?
No, that is true. And me coming into a relationship like this, and to be honest, this is the best relationship I ever had. Because I never had a woman make me understand, credit and money and everything. So when she's teaching me this, because she's actually teaching me, I didn't know nothing about credit. Mm-hmm. I thought credit was just a credit card. I didn't know
you had to establish it.
You see that? This woman is a woman who is teaching him things. She's teaching him, like with my ex. I taught him everything, pretty much damn near everything, because when I met him, he was still with a flip phone. He didn't know anything about Androids or iPhones, or he didn't know anything about Facebook. He still probably don't have Facebook. He's still stuck on stupid when it comes to that. When it came to Google, when it came to the internet, when it came to YouTube, when it came to knowing how to do research, when it came to Craigslist, he don't know none of that. He didn't know any of it. He never ever was with a woman who was teaching him things, teaching him about bank accounts, teaching him about direct deposit. When I met him, he was still getting he gets disability, SSI, whatever. He was getting paper checks. He didn't have a clue about direct deposit, how you can have this directly deposited in your account. You don't have to wait for the mailman all the time, or if the mailman is late or what have you, the check cashing place is closed by the time the mailman comes. He didn't know any of those things. Nothing. I'm talking nothing. When it came to modern technology, I schooled this kid on everything. When it came to decent Christian people, I introduced him to people who was on God's team. When it came to the Bible, when it came to spirituality, He didn't know anything. He knew very little things, but he didn't know anything. Now, he was dealing with other females previous to me. They was teaching him things. Yeah, how you could smoke this crack. They was teaching him how to roll up this and how you could smoke crack out of a can, using a can, puncture holes in it. Or let me show you how you could get the best head, how you could get the most from your drugs. Yeah, let me show you how I could strip and be butt ass naked and showing him, making him feel that women were good for nothing no more than shaking their ass. That's what they was teaching him. Let me show you how you could steal from the welfare. Let me show you how you could defraud people. They weren't teaching him anything that was positive or meaningful or useful. That was decent. They taught him every goddamn thing under the sun on how to be a lowlife. I was teaching him how to be a loving, a kind, a productive member of society. He didn't know any of those things. Do you hear me? Tubies, when I tell you, he knew nothing. He was just green. He was green. That's what they call you when you're inexperienced. He was very green when it came to decent things, when it came to educational things, when it came to seminars. He wasn't into anything educational. He was into criminal, how to be a lowlife, how to steal from people. Like this Caucasian woman that he was dealing with, she showed him to go and steal from this old couple that was helping him. They was helping him out. He was in a bad situation. These Caucasian, they was what, 70, 75, 80, almost whatever. And this Caucasian girl that he was with, she told him to go and steal from her name was Betty, this woman named Betty. Older woman, trying to help this clown out. And all that Caucasian girl did for him was she sat up there and told him how to steal from Betty, how to steal from the older guy. She didn't teach him anything that was beautiful or nice. She taught him and showed him how to steal money to get more drugs so he could keep feeding her habit. And then, after she smoked up all his money, used up all his money, drank it up, smoked it up, guess what she had the nerve to do? Guess what she had the nerve to do? She said, you ain't nothing but a crackhead black nigga. You ain't nothing but a crackhead nigga. Oh, she messed up on that one because you call him a nigga, he's especially coming from some Caucasian. He was on her. He was on her like white on rice, And then she had the nerve, check this out. She spit on him. She spit on him. But he wants to sit up here and talk about how Caucasian is so whatever. Yeah, man, please. He ain't never had no woman his own race treat him like that. Smoke up his money, drink it up, and then say you ain't nothing but a crackhead nigga, and they got the nerve to spit on you. I mean, really? Oh, come on now.
How to go about it.
Exactly. And she taught me all that. But the thing is, yes, we both signed them up for football, but I'm trying to get the understanding is you're not active. And I've seen her be active with her child, but not mine. For instance, I would see her, play with her son, but she doesn't even interact with my biological kids.
Judge, can I say something on that?
Hang on just a second.
His definition of interaction is playing football, wrestling, tearing up my house, and all of the above. I'm not gonna wrestle with y'all. I'm the only girl in the house. I told him multiple times I need a daughter so we can sit pretty and get our nails done.
Yeah, I hear you, girl. Woo!
Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll
Wow.
311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Don't forget to join the conversation on social media. Go to facebook.com/divorcecourt or call us toll free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at divorcecourt. Do you want to respond to his allegations that you interact more meaningfully with your own children than his?
Yes. Okay. His definition of interaction is playing football, wrestling, tearing up my house, and all of the above. I'm not gonna wrestle with y'all. I'm the only girl in the house. I told him multiple times I need a daughter so we can sit pretty and get our nails done. Because that's what I want to do. He wants me to run around outside, play baseball. I don't do that.
Is that what you're looking for her to engage in that kind of conduct?
I don't want her out there playing catch or playing pitcher in position.
What would you like to see her do that she's not doing?
I want her to be outside with us and watch instead of being in the house on social media. It's times that.
Can I say this to you? Can I say this to you?
I love it. Can I say this to you? Can I say this to you? I tell you, Judge Lynn, that's my personality. You know, which is why my daughter and I, we don't get along, because I'm a straight shooter. I'm direct. When you see Judge Lynn Toller here, you're looking at SheilaTruelove, because that's the way I come across when I'm talking to people, when I'm interacting with people. I'm I'm kind of professional. You know, maybe I'm a stuffed shirt somewhat, but I'm very like that. You know, like when I go to order Chinese food, I go to the restaurant, I order my food. I say it in such a way, these people are like, wow, she's very professional, isn't she? That's just the way I am, you know? I know how to let my hair down and relax. I think that's probably why I like to, I sometimes, you know, drink, because it helps me to relax, I suppose, whatever. But, and I'm funny. God knows, I should do stand-up, to be honest with you. I'm funny, you know, but I might, they call it dry humor or something like that. I'm just very, how about this? I like I said, baby, I'm very Judge Lynn Tyler. And think about the Cosby Show with Felicia Rashad playing Claire Huxtable. I'm very Claire Huxtable. I'm very Lynn Tyler. I'm like that. You know, that's my personality. And when you meet me, I think that's the first thing that you'll probably, whatever. Because I've gone into places when I'm dressed up with my suits or what have you or whatever. And that's the way that these people see me. You remind me of Claire Huxtable. They say you remind me of the Cosby Show or whatever. It's not that I'm stuffy, because I'm not stuffy. I believe in laughing and having a good time. At the same time, this is just the way I present myself. That's just it. That's the way God, you know, created me. Like normally when I speak with authority. I don't mean to come off like nobody wants a know-it-all, because I don't even like a know-it-all. But you can't blame me for being a person who's an avid reader. I'm a ferocious reader. I love to read. I like things like the Discovery Channel. I like things like what is that other channel that I look at? It's educational. I love. I live for TED Talk. Go on YouTube and type in TED Talks. They got all these topics about educational things. That's what I like. You know, I want to be a life coach. I think I'm going to be good at it because I'm well informed. You know? And I'm not trying to blow my own horn ahead of me. I'm just helping you to get a better understanding of SheilaTruelove. That's me. I love comedy shows. I love to go to comedy. I love hanging out with my son, Lewis, because Lewis, he's like me. He's educated. He's intellectual. That kid could do stand-up. He should do stand-up. My daughter's funny, too, to be honest with you. She's very funny. But we don't get along. We bump heads because I'm very much like Lynn Tyler. My daughter Toller. Her name is Lynn Toller. Yeah, my daughter don't like women like her because she's smart. She's strong. She speaks up for herself. She's not a pushover. My daughter feels that women were designed to be abused, or some crazy nonsense this girl is going through. I also love Joyce Myers. Lynn Toller, she's married. She's been married for almost 40 years. Joyce Myers, she's married. She's been married for like 40, 50, whatever years. So it's not like I have anything against marriage. I don't. I have something against women who lose themselves. You lose yourself with this. I've been married too, twice. 2 occasions. I was engaged to be married a 3rd time. Check that out. SheilaTruelove was going to go, dun, 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 here comes the bride. No, way too many red lights. So I put a stop to that. I'm good. I could be happy with a man. I could be happy without a man. And that's the kind of female that I am. That's it, and that's all. Anyway, let's get back, guys.
My husband and I raised 6 sons. 4 he had you know, before my stepsons and two we had biologically. The house.
I want to focus on that. I'm sorry, I had to pause this again. I will let it play through all the way. She married her husband. He had 4 sons. 4 sons. That's a king right there. You know, because anytime a man has the X and the Y chromosome. So he's the one who determined what the sex of the baby is going to be. Because I think women, we only have the X. I think we only have the X chromosome. So when the sperm hit, it's going to he's going to push out an X or a Y. If we have the X chromosome and he pushes out an X, that's going to be a girl. If we have an X and a Y, we got a boy. You like King Henry VIII. Think about that. He used to cut the woman's head off if she didn't produce a son. She's not the one who's responsible for what sex the baby is going to be. Idiot, you are. He probably killed those women because it was a constant reminder of how he was just a freaking loser. But anyway, her husband, Lynn Toller, her husband, he pushes out nothing but boys. Kings. One king after another. King, 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 king. You can tell these are kings because he's a black man who picked what? A black woman. He married a black woman. He's going to get a brown-skinned sister, brown skin. She's smart as hell. What she really wanted to be was a physician. She wanted to be a physician, but she said how important it is to have a plan B. So her plan B was, if I can't be a doctor, then I'm going to be a lawyer. And in actuality, you see her on divorce court here, she's really in real life a lawyer. A kick-ass lawyer too. Right? Me, I'm a paralegal. I'm in the legal profession as well. I like law. I like following rules. That's just me. Because when you have rules, everything runs smoothly. That's what attracts me to the law. But I also realize that the purpose of the law is to execute justice. And in the law these days, you ain't got no justice, man. Because you have to keep in mind there are always extenuating circumstances. And when there's extenuating circumstances, sometimes you got to bend the law, forget the law. We have to keep in mind and focus on what is the purpose of the law. To execute justice. Somebody stole. They broke the law. But now we got to understand, why did they steal? They stole because they were hungry. They stole because they've been out here trying to get a job. They've been trying to do right and live right, but it just wasn't working. But they have to eat and they have to take care of themselves. But you see how they broke the law, though? The law says some people just want to keep it black and white. You can't always keep things black and white because there's always extenuating circumstances. I love the law. That's why I got involved. I've been in the legal field for 30, 35 years, right? That's what I do. And I love Judge Lynn Toller because she's amazing. I love my Joyce Myers. I love that woman from Shire. Her name is Shire from the War Room. I don't know why I can't remember that woman's name, but anyway, I love her. Those are my 3 sheroes. Strong women. Kick-ass women. Not pushovers, not doormats, and they're all married. They're married, but they didn't lose themselves. They're married to kings. They got kings for a husband. I couldn't find a king. I was always married to Jaspers. Jasper, what is a Jasper? A professional fool, an idiot, a clown. Weak. They're not men. Why in the hell did I attract these? Oh, I don't know. But let's get back. Oh, my God. I got to find me a king, man.
Side was their thing.
Wait, let's back it up.
That kind of conduct.
I don't want her out there playing catch or play pitcher in a position.
What would you like to see her do that she's not doing?
I want her to be outside with us.
Oh, and I wanted to, I'm sorry, here I go again, I know. She married a man who had 4 kids. He had 4 sons. But let's think about that. She married this man, but the wife was the mother of the 4 sons. She died. She died of cancer. So she didn't have to worry about going back and forth with baby mama drama, baby mama drama, baby mama drama. No, because the woman was dead. She was out of the picture. What if I was into kids? I'm not into kids. I don't deal with men who have children. I'm not doing it. If you got kids who are from Africa or kids who are from Asia or kids who are anything but American, I will work with you. I could do this. Okay. But you got American kids? I don't do no, I don't like kids. But her situation, let's look at the situation here. She had a man who had 4 sons with no mother. They didn't have no mother. No mother was in the picture. No other woman was in the picture. She was dead, dead and gone. So now we can step up to the plate to take. I would have did that too. You got 4 boys, and they're boys too. Come on now, 4 kings, and you're into ebony women. Really? Yeah, I'm gonna step up to the plate on that. Because the woman, first of all, she's out of the picture. I don't have to worry about her. Always you going over to her house to visit. Nah. She's dead. She's gone. I will definitely do this. Because first of all, he's a man trying to raise children. That's hard. You know, you need a mother. You need kind of a mother figure. I will never be their mother, but I could damn sure be one hell of a stepmother. Believe that. Now keep in mind, when she stepped up to the plate with this man who have 4 kids, there was no woman in the picture. There was no woman. Okay. Let's make sure we got that clear.
Watch instead of being in the house on social media. It's times that...
Can I say this to you? My husband and I raised 6 sons. 4 he had, before my stepsons, and 2 we had biologically. The outside was their thing. Thank you. You know what I mean? I ain't interested in no balls. Every time I went out there, I got hit with the ball. I couldn't throw it far enough. Mama, you weak, all this kind. Not interested, not doing it. That's his gig. Now, inside, I was down with the books and the reading and the homework and the hygiene and I did all of that. But the dude stuff was his gig.
Oh, yes, that's me. I was with the education, the math, the homework, the encouraging you to go to college. All I asked my kids for was a bachelor's. That's it. My son gave me more than I asked for. He went and got a goddamn master's. My daughter, she got her bachelor's. She's a registered nurse. That's all I asked for. I pushed education when it came to my children. Yeah, be out there playing the ball, the whatever, not so much.
He's got the little dudes. He goes out there with it. That's, everybody has a part to play, but everybody doesn't have to play in every part of it. She can be a good mother doing other things. She doesn't have to do what you do well and naturally and want to do. So what I'm asking you is, does she not interact with the children in other arenas other than physical sports activity?
I mean, to be honest, she does to an extent. I mean, it's times I done came in and bathe the kids and cook and make sure they do homework and still play with them. But it's like when I say she's inactive, she's just laying on the bed. And then when they come in the room and try to jump in the bed and play, y'all go in y'all room. I'm like, it's like you don't want to be interactive with.
Have you gotten sucked into that, Eli? It happens.
No,
it happened to me at one point where I was just, because you could check things and blah, 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 blah. But my husband said, you know what? I'm sitting right here. What is your problem? So I want to ask you, do